members of the media. There are a number here, and everybody is very welcome in Kliptown, and just enjoy the occasion with us. I'd like to welcome specifically though our special guest, Gregor Cooper, who is the Managing Director of SolarWorld. He's come up from Cape Town to be with us today to do the official handover, and we really appreciate you coming in. And most specifically, we are so grateful for the very generous and kind and appropriate sponsorship of the Kliptown Youth. And Gerrit Potgieter, Liana and Thomas from Alta Sport, who actually brought us together and put the whole arrangement in place. Without you, we wouldn't have known about it. We wouldn't have been able to put in the application. So thank you so much for that. And he's on his way, but my son, Ken Crichton, who is the Managing Director of KDR Sports and Adventure Travel. We'd also like to welcome a representative of the Community Leadership Chamber, who is with the organisation Sanko in Kliptown, and also Sun-TV from Pretoria, who did the installation. Very welcome here. Thank you. The job works. I would say. And importantly, I think, given that this is a grassroots initiative, the young people, the leadership, and the children and youngsters of the Kliptown Youth Program. So the first item on the agenda then is to hand over to Gregor, who is going to explain the background to why they are doing this fantastic thing in communities like Kliptown, and he's then going to officially hand over to Lani, who is the director of the Kliptown program, and then Gerrit will say a few words after that. So over to you.
Thank you very much, Dennis.
I'm also the official photographer for KYP.
So also from my side, welcome, good day. I'd like to express from my side that I'm very happy that you all could make it and join us today here on this very special day for the Kliptown Youth Program. I'd like to change a little bit the procedure because I want to hand over the system now and then explain why we do this, because the nice thing is it's much easier to explain what it's all about if you can see the system. So I'm very proud that I've got the chance today to hand over the Sun-TV to Lani, and it's really a pleasure. Thank you for your work here, and I'd like you to cut this nice. I'd like to explain a little bit what's all about. So my name is Gregor Cooper. I'm the Managing Director of SolarWorld Africa. We are the sales organization of SolarWorld Group, which is a German company. And directly after the World Cup 2006, my CEO, Frank Asbeck, came to me with the idea to do a, let's say, a community, or to create a community viewing facility for the World Cup. This was mainly driven because of all these touching scenes that you could see during the World Cup in Germany at fan parks, but in the whole country changed completely for the time of the World Cup. So while we were thinking about what to do and how we can do it and what might be the benefits out of it, beside the possibility to follow the World Cup, the whole project Sun-TV got a more, let's say, concrete background. So what we did was we started with the first system in 2007 in Etwaswa, and to just generate information to see how it's working. And then we had a second system set it up in Botswana in 2008. And so with the end of 2009 and now the last 2 months, we were rolling out altogether more than 36 systems. This is one of it. I'm going to explain what it's all about. And most of them, they are in South Africa, some like here in urban areas, but very often they are also in rural areas where you don't have got any grid connection. Sometimes it's the only TV set in the village or in the community itself. So we realized that there's much more about it than just the chance to participate on the World Cup. This was the initial idea, this was the kickoff, but we want to make the whole project sustainable, and so we take over the responsibility for the system for 5 years, so we make sure with our partner that it's up and running. And I'd like to take the chance now to thank Vincent from Sunelec in Pretoria, who set up the system, and together with us they are setting up more than 9 systems altogether, and they do their job free of charge, which is also supporting our whole initiative very much like some of our other customers around in South Africa. Not to make it too long now, but let me explain what's all about. The whole system is completely independent from the grid. It doesn't matter if Eskom is providing energy or not, the system will run. And so for the final or the matches of Bafana, you don't have to be afraid that the power might be off. This system is always running. So the modules are mounted on the roof, and outside it's also mounted a satellite receiver. These are the cables which are coming down, and all the rest is integrated into this cabinet. We have got in the bottom part of the cabinet, we have got the batteries inside, and on this side you see the technical equipment which is needed for the solar energy to be stored and later on also used for the television set, which is the charge controller here and the inverter there. Then every system is equipped with a DSTV receiver and a DVD player. So with the program, it's coming SABC 1, 2, 3, ETV, Botswana TV, Soweto TV, very important, the sports channel, but even more important, the learning channel. And this is what is our idea behind, that the communities can use it for education, for training purposes, and we hope that the whole initiative is supporting the activities here from the Kliptown Youth Program, but as well in the other communities also their activities and how to uplift the youth and the people there. Yeah, and last but not least, the TV set.